What if I told you that trying harder to be happy is the very reason you feel miserable? What if chasing success, positivity, and confidence is slowly exhausting you? Not because you're weak, but because you're human. We live in a world that constantly tells us, be more, do more, want more, feel better. But what if the problem is not that you don't care enough, but that you care about too many things that don't matter? This is not a video about becoming fearless. This is not a video about being positive all the time. This is a video about choosing wisely what deserves your limited time, energy, and emotional investment. This is the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Before we begin, if you enjoy deep, honest book reviews about life, growth, and meaning, consider subscribing to this channel. And if this video helps you see your life a little more clearly, please give it a like. It helps this message reach people who might need it. Now, let's begin. 1. Stop trying so hard to be someone you're not. Mark Manson opens the book with a chapter called Don't Try. Not because effort is useless, but because pretending is exhausting. He tells the story of Charles Bukowski, a writer who didn't win by being inspirational, disciplined, or polished. Bukowski won because he stopped trying to be impressive. He accepted that he was flawed, broken, and messy, and he wrote from that place honestly. And that honesty made his work powerful. The uncomfortable truth is this: the harder we try to feel positive, the more we remind ourselves that something is missing. When we chase happiness, we confirm that we are not happy. When we obsess over success, we confirm that we are not enough. This is what Manson calls the backwards law. Chasing positive experiences creates suffering. Accepting negative experiences creates peace. Life is not supposed to feel good all the time. Anxiety, fear, rejection, failure, they are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are signs that you are alive. The real problem begins when we hate ourselves for feeling bad, when we feel ashamed of our fear, guilty for our sadness, stressed because we are stressed. That is the feedback loop from hell. Not giving a fuck does not mean apathy. It means choosing. 2. Happiness is not a destination. It's a problem. We're taught that happiness means living without problems. But think about it. A life without problems is not heaven. It is emptiness. Pain is not a bug in the system. Pain is the system. Pain teaches us what matters. Pain pushes us to act. Pain forces growth. The mistake we make is believing that happiness is something we receive. Happiness is something we do. It is the process of solving meaningful problems. So instead of asking, what kind of life will make me happy? Ask the more honest question, what kind of suffering am I willing to choose? Because your identity is shaped by the struggles you accept. 3. You are not special, and that's a relief. One of the most misunderstood chapters is You Are Not Special. It sounds cruel, but it is actually liberating. Modern culture tells us we must be exceptional to matter. Social media floods us with extraordinary lives, making ordinary existence feel like failure. But most of us are average, and that is okay. True self-worth is not believing you are amazing. True self-worth is being honest about your flaws and still showing up to improve. Ironically, people who become great never start by believing they are special. They become great because they know they are not, and they keep working. When you stop chasing uniqueness, you start appreciating what actually matters: relationships, contribution, learning, and honesty. 4. Suffering has value if you choose the right values. Suffering is unavoidable, but meaningless suffering is optional. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your values. Bad values, pleasure, status, money, always being right, create endless, uncontrollable problems. Good values, honesty, responsibility, growth, compassion, create problems that make you stronger. A better life does not mean fewer problems. It means better problems. 5. You are always choosing. You may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. You may not be at fault, but you are always responsible. Responsibility is not blame. Responsibility is power. 6. You're wrong about everything, but so am I. One of the most uncomfortable ideas in this book is also one of the most freeing. You are wrong about almost everything. And that's not a flaw. It's how growth actually works. Life does not move from wrong to right. It moves from wrong to less wrong to slightly less wrong again. But most people fear being wrong because being wrong feels like a threat to identity. Certainty feels safe. Doubt feels dangerous. Yet certainty is often the enemy of growth. Mark Manson compares life to science. Your values are hypotheses, your actions are experiments, and your emotions are data. If you refuse to question your beliefs, you stop learning. The most powerful question you can ask is simple. What if I'm wrong? That question creates humility, and humility creates progress. 7. Failure is the way forward. We are taught to fear failure. School punishes mistakes. Society celebrates results, not process. Social media shows success, never the struggle. So we learn to play safe. But avoiding failure is the fastest way to stay stuck. Success is not the opposite of failure. Success is built from failure. Every skill, every mastery, every breakthrough is the result of thousands of small, painful mistakes. And here is the paradox. Motivation does not create action. Action creates motivation. You don't wait until you feel ready. You act badly, imperfectly, awkwardly, and clarity follows. If you feel stuck, the solution is not more thinking, it is movement. One small action, one imperfect step. Even failure, when chosen, is still progress. 8. The importance of saying no. A meaningful life is not built by saying yes to everything. It is built by commitment. Freedom without limits leads to emptiness. Mark Manson shares how unlimited options, relationships, places, lifestyles, can feel exciting at first, but eventually become shallow and exhausting. Meaning comes from depth, and depth requires sacrifice. Every yes is also a no to something else. To truly value something, you must reject its alternatives. This is why boundaries matter. Healthy relationships require two things: responsibility for your own emotions, the ability to say no, and accept no. Saying no is not cruelty, it is clarity, and clarity is what gives life direction. 9. And then you die. The book ends with a reminder we avoid our entire lives. You will die. And strangely, that is the most freeing truth of all. When you truly remember death, fear loses its grip. Validation becomes irrelevant. Embarrassment becomes small. What remains is one question: what is worth living for right now? Mark Manson shares the story of losing his friend at a young age. That moment shattered his illusions. He realized he wasn't afraid of dying. He was afraid of living fully. Death becomes a mirror. It strips away shallow values, status, attention, approval, and it forces us to choose values that survive mortality: love, contribution, integrity, growth. The more deeply we accept death, the more courageously we live. The subtle art of not giving a f*** does not promise happiness without pain. It teaches us how to suffer with meaning. give fewer f**ks, but give them to the right things. And sometimes, when you stop trying so hard to be extraordinary, life finally begins to move in the right direction. If this video helped you see your life differently, share it with someone who might need it. Subscribe for more honest book reviews like this. And remember, don't try, be honest. Choose wisely and live anyway.